Joining me now is head coach of the Wall Hawks, Craig Slaughter. Before the matchup against Merkel, Coach, Merkel surprised a lot of people this year. They're 5-1 on the year, looking pretty good. It's going to be a pretty good test for the Hawks. Just go ahead and give me your overall thoughts on Merkel.
Hey, much improved last year, 0-6. It was a new coach and new staff. They were putting in what they're doing, and you can tell they know what they're trying to do this year. That they do a much better job of getting the ball to some of those better athletes in space, and we will definitely get work on the perimeter. Just with your tackling, which again that'll go a long way. And how we do in our season is how we tackle on the perimeter. So it'll be some good work.
Coach, coming off of last week, your words almost were prophetic, talking about how hard Adalou plays.
Yeah.
Really gave y'all trouble until the fourth quarter when y'all finally pulled away. What went on in that game, and how are you going to fix those problems for Merkel?
We kind of wrote the script for keeping somebody in a game. We fumbled opening kickoff. They had a 22-yard scoring drive. We go tied up. They get the lead. We turn the ball over inside our 5-yard line that they, then took down, and we got to stop. But anyway, it was 14-14 at half. I was really proud after the fact because we were technically down 14-7. We scored 28 unanswered, to kind of take control of it. And again, anytime, we give up 21 or force 0 turnovers, that's not good for us. We're a better team than that. But I was proud we had 28 unanswered. But, we definitely need to not lose turnovers 3-0, which means we have to force some ourselves, which we did not do the other night.
Coach, I know that game wasn't as, dominant from Wall's perspective as you might have wanted or as some people expected. But don't you think it's good that some of these teams are challenging Wall like this early in the season before the start of district and before things really get underway where the games actually count?
Dude, it was a great one for us because we played 4 quarters. We played 3.5. That very last drive, we had a few subs in there, but it was, our kids had to respond. We definitely kind of got punched in the mouth there right off the bat. They punched us again later on. Again, it's always great to see your kids respond because some of those teams, it may be Adalou again. They got good players too. And they're gonna show up and give us their best shot. And we need to again just play a little cleaner on our side. But I love what our kids showed the other night.
Now, district is here. Now all these games count. All these games matter. They all have playoff implications. If Wall wants to go out and get another district championship, that starts right here this Friday against Merkel. Now, you've touched on them a little bit, but what do they do that is different from last year that has given other teams trouble and might challenge y'all this weekend?
I really think the next few weeks you'll see our strength of schedule show up. But their quarterback, his name's Malone. He does a good job. Last year was a freshman. He's definitely put on some weight. He's a better looking kid. It's a quarterback run game is definitely a concern. And again, it's a lot of RPOs. The modern triple option. He's going to put that ball down and he may hand it off. He may spin it to one of those receiver screens or a slant or something. Again, I'm very impressed with how they get the ball to their dudes in space because that's the name of the game.
And offensively, Coach, what is the key to victory for the Hawks this weekend?
We still, and again, we did so many good things the other night because I don't, the kickoff return wasn't really those guys. There was 2 turnovers we wish we had back. We know we want to play cleaner. I would love to see us just get on a roll and it's just, 4-play drive score. Get the ball back, 5-play drive score. Just there's still a level that we know is there that we are working to get to.
All right, Coach. Well, it's another home game for the Hawks. Go ahead and just tell the fans when and where.
Hey, Friday night 7. We've only got 2 at home left this year. And this is one of them, district opener. So come on out and cheer on the Hawks.
All right, thank you, Coach.
You bet.